In this video, we're going to use price action rules to help us identify high probability setups. So the number one thing I have to do as a trader is I need to analyze what is the main market structure. So I understand where is the market going to go, at least short term. So I can see we have consolidation. EMA is for the most part flat. We have one big leg down. You can see one big move down. I'm just going to copy it. And we have second big move down. So because this is a consolidation, I'm expecting right now for the market to go from the bottom a little bit higher to the top. We have downtrend that played out with the break push to new low. You can see I'm locating these short-term channels. That's how you're going to stay on the right side of the market. We're breaking above the EMA. This is a good sign that the buyers are back in the market. And you have a new high, first entry long. It triggered above inside bar, but there is first entry long, pullback, second entry long. When I was watching this, I also saw that this may be failed second entry short. It looks visually like a failed second entry short. This is still only basically part of the first entry short. Either way, this is a second entry long at the EMA. Downtrends played out. You have two legs down, and we have also these two legs down like this. So everything played out. We are in a trend range, and this is first great high probability setup to start the day with, and a great reversal. We are working to the upside. Now, it looks like a one leg break, second leg up. If I'm going to draw a wider channel like this, I have empty room here. I have no confirmations. If I'm going to draw it like this, it already has a break in new high. Or I was also looking for some spike in a channel pattern, but even this spike in a channel pattern, we have a break in new high. Almost, we have double top basically. So no matter how I look at this, everything played out. So I'm not looking to go long now. Okay, we have new high for essential long, but I'm not interested. Now we had this high low. This high low was tempting. This high low was tempting because it's such a great bar. It looks like there's some wider channel, but you have break in new high almost by one tick, double top basically. I just don't think this high low is that safe simply because there is no clear wider channel confirmed. This doesn't really fit that great. You know, so much empty room here. The spike in the channel looks nice, like it's going to test the new high, but because you have double top in a situation like this, we generally respect it because the market may consider new high tested, but very tempting setup. If you took it, I can see why. Not a bad trade. You ended up having winning trade eventually. It's just a little bit more aggressive. And we have a break in new high definitely for every single uptrend. So I'm now just going to watch and see what's going to happen. Okay, we are not reversing, but you can see I'm drawing this important resistance. This is even more than quadruple top. Okay, this is not a trend range because we are making higher lows, but the resistance is extremely strong. Sellers are holding this price level strongly. So this is telling me, okay, since we are breaking below EMA, we may have potential reversals. So when I was watching this, I was looking for new high, first entry long, second entry long for there. I wasn't too worried about any support here. It's also like a breakout pullback out of this small congestion, but I like the multiple tops here. The resistance is so strong. Everything to the upside played out. Looks like bullish depletion and buyers are struggling to break highs, go higher, and in fact, we're going sideways. Can I get a failed second entry long? I had a failed second entry long. The problem is this was an inside bar. So if this wasn't an inside bar, this is perfect setup. Perfect setup, failed second entry long, indicating reversal. Breakout pullback, uptrends played out, multiple tops, resistance. I'm going to mark it still because it's a great trade, especially educational wise, but it's an inside bar, so not easy to take. But the context was good on this one. Okay, we have overshoot. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just expand the trend range a little bit. Now, overshoot means we can have stronger pullback in the opposite direction. We broke the trend channel line. Overshoot can lead to the break or even reversal. So definitely, I'm now going to observe how strong are the buyers in the market. Okay, and buyers created their own uptrend with the break push to new high. You can see there's a reason to every price movement. And now we are breaking back below EMA. So now because I have such a deep spike below EMA, I actually like expecting new low. Definitely for this channel, but even for this one. Okay, and we have new low first entry short. So I want to see second entry short. You can view it as a lower high, but we don't like a lower high like this because it pushed so far down. We need to catch lower high when the move is starting somewhere here. So we really need that second entry short now. Can I get a second entry short? I can, but it's too far down at the EMA. Even though it worked, I can't take it. And perfect price action. Everything played out. Everything played out. Actually, I don't want to skip this. You can see once again, one leg down, break, second leg down. This is what you need to pay attention if you're trading in a trend range as a price action trader. Two-legged pullbacks are real. We have brought two legs down. We are at the bottom of the trend range, which means range rules are telling us buy low, sell high. And this is actually a decent setup to go long. This is a decent setup to go long. Mini fail breakout, or you can view it basically as a multiple test. While you're buying at the bottom, everything to the downside played out. Two downtrends played out. It's a great setup to consider using double bar entry. Can we get a high low of EMA or failed second entry short? We have a high low here, but it's not full at the EMA way too far up. It can pull back many times, so we can't really take this. I'm gonna redraw the uptrend, and now we're gonna have a good lesson. What do you think? Can we short here? We cannot. We cannot short such a move that is so steep. Okay, you can tell how the break is so far from the EMA, and the move looks visually like one clean leg working higher. Every single time you can make a case for a slightly wider channel like this, you can tell this still looks valid, like the push is still in play. Okay, and this is where beginner traders, they make a lot of mistakes when they are learning about breakouts and fading breakouts. They fade these super steep breakouts because they can't recognize that there is still momentum that is so strong. Every single time you can draw wider channel, you just have to be patient. So I'm not fading here. I would need to see some failed second entry long below EMA. I'm thinking about fading because this is a consolidation, so I don't expect large continuation for this uptrend. Can I get something below EMA? Not really. We're back above. Okay. I mean, in hindsight, there is nice trade right here for more advanced trader. One top, double top, lower high here. Basically, you can view it if you don't reset the count as a failed second entry long. I like this trade for advanced trader. Advanced trader can definitely take advantage of this. Break a new high, push up, they're struggling, resistance, and just to ride it back. We are in a big trading range, but if you're a beginner trader, you should wait for something below EMA. Definitely cannot go long. There is no reason uptrend played out. Okay, you have another lower high here, but it's still part of this congestion, no breakout pullback. You have a failed second entry long here. Problem is, the body is not full at the EMA. The body is not full at the EMA. I want to see second entry short. You can see what can happen. There was this pullback almost stopping you out. This trade ended up being a winning trade, but because there's such a gap between the body and the EMA, and we also push quite far down. Remember, this is the low we're trying to test, so you already bounce off of it a little bit. So I definitely to see prices going closer to the EMA. Even though it worked, I'm not a big fan. I'm not going to mark it because you can see what can happen next time, almost stopping you out. And now we have breaking extreme. It ended up working though. I'm pausing, looking to go short once again. You have clear 2 legs down, and you don't have any wider channel to support your analysis of going lower. So we're just waiting. We're just waiting. We also have FOMC announcement very soon. So you have to stop trading like 30 minutes to hour prior to FOMC because there is no volume. Everyone is waiting. And after FOMC comes out, you also have to wait a little bit so the volatility is back to normal. So when you're watching this live, you're just waiting. 2 legs up, break new high. Okay. Break new high, so I cannot go long. At the same time, I cannot really sell. We have a nice downtrend working lower. I was expecting second entry short, but we pushed above EMA and reversed. Okay, so I'm not going to argue with the market. I have to redraw a wider channel like this. Okay. We have a second entry long. We actually have a high low here, but this high low is over 10 points. So you can see the volatility after FOMC is still out of control. So when you're watching this, maybe sim trade this, lower the contract size, scale down, or just basically watch it just to get some experience. But this is what can happen after FOMC. It can be so volatile. The bars are untradeable. So let's see what's going to happen. Nothing here. Okay, we actually have some decent reversal working higher. And now this is where the structure is finally easier to read. This was quite all over the place. This downtrend doesn't have new low. Why? This uptrend doesn't have new high. Why? It's just way too choppy. A lot of V-shaped reversals. Very hard to trade. So I'm not even touching this, not even looking for trades. But now I have clean, strong uptrend where I finally can start paying closer attention. We are breaking this uptrend, so I want to see new high tested. Okay, we are correcting. EMA is holding. This is good. New high, first entry long. And I have a second entry long. I was ready to go long here, but as I was watching this live, the bar was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. 7.5 points. I tried to scale down and use massive deep limit order. It never came back. I'm going to mark it educational wise because this is a great second entry long to test the new high. At the EMA, downtrend played out, but it's simply 7.5 points. Way too big. So if you at least recognized it to go long here, maybe on sim, you are still doing your analysis correctly. You have a break in new high, but now it's getting pretty much way too late. I don't think we can take second entry long here. It's actually first entry long, double top can reset. It's just a little bit too choppy and it's quite late to take anything. And the market is just about to close here. So this is the overall structure for today. You can see nothing pretty much happened after we had a break push to a new high. Quite typical FOMC announcement day. You get a slow consolidation prior to FOMC, but today we actually had a lot of decent opportunities, so it wasn't such a bad trading day prior to FOMC. After FOMC comes out, very typical, a lot of spikes in volatility, whipsawing price action, so we really have to be careful. Bars are gigantic, so many times we can't even get a trade. But there was one decent setup here, but once again the bar was quite big, so mainly educational trade for the context. But this was a great trade to consider where everything aligned. So I hope you had a good trading. I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to talk to you next time. Good luck your trading.